What up, what up, what up? It's me. It is me, your girl, Labora Lee. And let me tell y'all something. This Wet Wednesday is a little different because, well, first, it's different with me saying this. Tonight's show was with men in mind. I thought of the men in my life. And first, let's just say this. Let's get to this because I want to word this perfectly. Today is Wet Wednesday. Today is the day where we talk about all things in the adult world, in the adult realm of life. Things that we go through, things that you know what I mean? Like we talk about it, sex, we talk the taboo shit, we talk about it all on this show, this specific show on Wednesdays. This is where we talk about it. So tonight's show was when I because I think about these ideas a little bit ahead of time about what it is I want to talk about, and because my mind works in so many ways and I go through life and I see things, you know, this might come to mind like, all right, this is what I want to discuss because it's very important in my mind. So tonight's show, we're gonna talk about men's mental health. We're gonna talk about celibacy, and then and I'm also gonna break something down sincerely from my heart. But before I do all of that, and I'm gonna explain something to y'all in a minute when I come back from this commercial. I gotta do that. If I seem here and there, because I am here, there, and there, it's like crazy right now. All right, let's go. Fiverr. The link to Fiverr is below. Just hit the link below. You go there and they'll hook you up. Trust me. I like Fiverr. Okay, let's go.
Want last minute brand design help? Get top tier Fiverr freelance creatives at your fingertips fast with secure payments and 24/7 support. Head to fiverr.com today and get something started.
All right, I'm back. Remember, the link is either below or above, depending on how you're watching this. Fiverr. Yes, they'll get you right, especially if you're trying to like start a business or um you have a brand you want to promote. Like they'll get you right. So go off ahead and go check it out. See what you can get into. Um, Professionals on all levels. So anyway, today was is rough. Um, because I got a phone call right before this show. That kind of like it hit home because it is home. You feel me? So I'm still waiting on updates on that situation. But I wanted to dedicate this show to my pops, right? Because as much as I like my parents, first of all, they are still, even still, and my sister and I, but these are my immediate, but these are people that I grew up in the house with every day, day in, day out. Um, I find that, what I know is that they love us, but I find they expect more from us than anybody else on this planet, which is the typical parent children relationship. You expect your children to do better than everybody else because the fight is, especially if they're children of color, that you have to be 10 times better than everybody else. um I'm gonna talk about that in a second, but I think I'll start. My parents, they were hard, but one thing that we know for sure is that they love us. But I'm gonna be specific tonight. I'm gonna get to Mom Dukes in another podcast, but specifically tonight because this was set up the way it was designed, the way it was designed. But this specific episode, but this one was dedicated to my pops, and it applies to other men that I know though. This is why this is so beautiful, and men that I'm very close to. Um, it takes a special kind of man to step in and do the job of another man. What I mean by that is, and not to knock the fathers of these children, but a lot of times when it comes down to children and their mental health, what we find is that it fluctuates because of their growing up situation, and then it affects young men, and it definitely affects young women. I can talk on that standpoint. I really can't talk on how it affects a young man, but it affects them. And so when you get to a situation where you have somebody that's willing to step up and step up the honest way, like step up to the point where how could I word this? Like, all right, I know that person not there to do what, they might want to be there, but they're not there. And I know that you have this beautiful gift from the Most High, and it comes along with you, and I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna if I got kids, then I'm gonna treat that kid like it's my own. And if I don't have kids, then I'm going to treat that kid as if it was my own. That's a special kind of individual. I don't think that people give good stepdads that want the best for children, props. And so I'm going to give props. My pops, because I have a dad and a pops, and my pops has been around me since I was 6 years old. Where I didn't see my dad as, I didn't see him like that. I always saw my pops from the time that I was 6 on up, even to this day. I gave him his first bout of chicken pox. It was crazy. Long story. I'll tell you about that story later. And by the way, as I'm telling this situation, if at any time I find myself getting emotional, I am going to cut to video. Just small warning. But yeah, my pops, he's been around since I was 6. He's been around for the hard times. He's been around for the good times. He's an amazing grandfather. My daughter, woo, that's our favorite man on the planet. And I'm sorry, it should be her dad, but it's something about an amazing grandfather. And that's what my father is to her. Like, she loves her pop. So it's something special about a man who can step up and fill the void for any child, let alone a young girl, and then the offspring that she brings to the situation. So shout out to my pops. Got mad love for you. And I'm going to go to commercial because I feel it. I'm going to go to a video because I feel it. I do. And I'm going to go back a little bit on this video. Only because my pops, definitely a Baltimore native, been here since birth. Shout out to you, Daddy. Love you.
You did just leave him alone.
We're in the 1500 block, and this was the premier block of Baltimore. This is Pennsylvania Avenue.
Jack, I grew up around 21217, heavy drug traffic. Every soul conceal their own habits. The wolves here fiending do you something. Got the birds upping, beautiful project babies. Much with rabies, the night's live and crazy. The hood raised me, never had a pops. I wore dirty socks, my mom's whooped ass on spot. Beef Popeyes, pork and beans and fried chicken thighs. Frozen cups that taste good as fuck. Blowing elves while you get your thing sucked. Your neighbors ain't shit. Play your music loud as you want a bricks. Your house broken in, can't have good shit in the hood. These gang niggas up to no good. I put on for my whole city, rep all avenues. This dedicated to the Pennsylvania Avenue. I had a baby by a bitch off Moja, and you can call me a fucking Dolphin Street soldier. Rap almighty myself.
Raw Theater was 2 blocks down. Everybody performed in Raw
It's
Theater.
24 streets off the Ave, and they all low, and it starts from Franklin and ends on Fulton. Pennsylvania Avenue, home of the Dirt Platoon. Hey, yo, world, stay tuned. It's 24 streets off the Ave, and they all low in. It starts from Franklin and ends on Fulton. Pennsylvania Avenue, home of the Dirt Platoon. Hey, yo, world.
Was born and raised on Pennsylvania Avenue, off a little street called Dolphin in Baltimore, the East Coast Compton, the place where Melvin made millions and Mellow mastered his jump shot. My block was a one-stop drug shop. Cops knocking on doors with mugshots, ask questions about Pookie Brown Pressman. What up the hustling motherfuckers on pressing? My soldiers on Moja, interject with no weapon. No color home veteran. You can lose your soul on gold in 1 second. Shit get a lot raw when you cross McMeckin. When I was an adolescent, say around 7. I thought the hood I lived in was heaven. Found out it was hell. With crackheads dwell and killers while they trade. And little shorties join up with gangs as they afraid.
It's 24 streets off the Ave, and they all low. And it starts from Franklin and ends on Fulton. Pennsylvania Avenue, home of the Dirt Platoon. Hey, yo, world, stay tuned. It's 24 streets off the Ave, and they all low. And it starts from Franklin and ends on Fulton. Pennsylvania Avenue, home of the Dirt Platoon. Hey, yo, world, stay tuned.
Some days we would play crap on the sidewalk, and it would be 300,000-400,000 in cash. Millions of dollars would change hands. At midnight, there would be another game upstairs over top of another pool room called the Big House. You could win $2 million in there if it was your night. It was a fascinating time. It was a time when you had to beat a message that you sent. You couldn't tell somebody you can't take my money. You had to prove it.
And I'm back. Hey. Yeah, so like I said before, I went to that video. Like I said, tonight is different. So I might shoot to a video every now and again to gather myself. But I played that video because my pops, Baltimore native, he was born here. Like, that's his city, true and true. And the one thing that I like that we do together is always great and it's fun, is when we converse about old Baltimore, the old Baltimore that he knows. We can't go any further than what he knows from when he was born in the 60s. But you know, he saw a little bit, you know, and he has a few memories from back in the day, and I love it. It's amazing. It's great. So that's something that I love, and I think that he plays a big part in why I love this city the way I do. So shout out to Pops. Love you. Talk to you later. Love you. Anyway, let's keep it moving. I told y'all I dedicated this particular episode to my Pops, because you know what I mean, like he done held me down on so many levels, and he holds my daughter down, he holds my sister down, and my mother and him, they got a crazy relationship, but they hold each other down. They run for each other, whether they want to admit it or not. It's like, the married couple off of In Living Color, and when they wind up saying, and it's crazy, because trust me, you would never get the dynamic of my family. But it's not for you to get, it's for us to get. But you know that on In a Living Color, where they would be like, after all these years, we still together. I think in the long run, that's gonna be my I mean, like, they're up in age, but they're still rather young, so they got time to do that. But listen, shout out to my parents. I appreciate y'all so much. I love y'all. Thank y'all for hold nigga down. Thank you for holding me down. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for holding JoJo down. Shout out to my sister too. Thank you for holding your niece down. She like aunt/godmother, but thank you for holding your baby down, and you do. And I appreciate all three of y'all for the love, continuous love that y'all continue to show me, and the continuous love that y'all continuously show your niece and your granddaughter and niece. Man, extraordinary. So yeah, let's get back to it. So this is funny. The next thing we're going to talk about is something that I know my pops wish me and my sister practice, but we don't. I definitely don't. I love my dude, and sex like popping. So no, Daddy, I'm not right now. No, I'm sorry. Celibacy. Let's talk about that. So what is celibacy? Celibacy is a vow of sexual abstinence. In some cases, it is also a promise to remain unmarried. I tried. I tried. I did. I got to about, I want to say I was celibate for about 6 months. And after that 6 months, I lost my freaking mind. But let's keep going. Celibacy looks different for each person. There is no single way to practice it. hmm some people abstain from all sexual activity, including penetrative and non penetrative sex, while others engage in other things like outer course. I'll get to outer course in a minute. Although celibacy is usually associated with religion, there are a number of reasons why someone might choose to remain celibate. Whether you're a curious observer or considering a lifestyle change. Um, Here are a few answers, because yeah, come with facts. Um, a few answers for the most commonly asked questions. So, abstinence is usually refers to a decision that is not to have penetrative sex. It's typically limited to a specific period of time, such as until married. Okay. Um, Celibacy is a promise or a vow to remain abstinent over an extended period of time for some, and that may mean their entire life. I can't imagine. I just listen. I'll be harassing my dude, except for when we go through our little spats. But I get, and then I'm back to harassing him. It's just what it is. Like, um, but with both celibacy and abstinence, it's ultimately up to the individual to determine, what that looks like and how that's gonna go for them. Like, there are no real rules to it. So let's talk about chastity. Chastity really is more about religion. It's okay to talk about these things. Like I said, I went 6 months where I was just like, I'm gonna be celibate. And for those 6 months, this is my problem with those who actually can maintain versus those who cannot, right? So I could only go 6 months. And it only 6 months. That was it. I don't know. Maybe I'm weak. I don't know. But um a lot of people always be like, all right, well, one is a lot of people are religious and that's why they can you know, it's a religious thing. Um and that would be like more where the chastity side comes in. But those who go past a certain period of time of celibacy, they become like, I'm not gonna say all, but I'm gonna say some people, they become finger pointers like, oh well, I'm not, and then to each its own. You cannot control what the next person wants to do with their genitals. It's not your place. But again, I think that my pops would quite enjoy me and my sister being celibate. I think that he was cool off of me having a kid. You feel me? Like, even now when it comes to that, like dating. Now, with the person I'm with as of now, I think it'll be cool because I've been with this person for so long, and like I could see how he like, all right, yeah. I see the difference between him and they haven't even, that's the crazy part. They haven't even met yet. But I think when it comes to him, he be looking at certain things that he doesn't see necessarily in front of him. Like he's looking at the little small things that I show him that's going on with me and my daughter. He knows that I'm very, and that's my cub. He knows that, but he's kind of like, oh, he's a Gemini. You feel me? He got two sides to him. He could be very aggressive, and then he could be very passive aggressive. It just depends on what day you catch my father on. But the one thing that me and my sister joke about all the time is that he's never gonna like anybody that we date. That we date. Well, initially anyway, like the first year, forget it. Forget about it. Forget about it. But maybe like a couple of years in, after he sees, okay, this is the choice that she made, and it's a solid one. Because I found that in my situation right now, he don't really give me that much flack, and my dad gives me flack. I love him, but he will give me. He talk big shit. He talk big shit, and sometimes he'll say it jokingly, but you just gotta be ready to, you know what I mean, roll with the punches and bring them right back when it come to him. But he talk big shit, so we always joke and say he'll never. And I think I've even told my other, like, don't ever worry about my pops like you, like, don't worry about it, because he's not. He's never gonna like anybody that my sister or I date, or my daughter for that matter. He's just not. So just get over it. Love me anyway, and we'll deal with pops later. All right, I gotta play a commercial real quick, and then we'll get back to our other discussions. Check this out. I'm encouraging all of you guys to start a podcast today. Like, start one. I'll support. You know what I mean? Start one. Reach out to me. Let me know you starting it, and I give you a little free promotion on my shit, because I just want us all to be great, and there's enough room and space over here for all of us. So check this out, and then remember what I just said. What's up, guys? It is me, your girl, Labora Lee, and guess what? Today is a great day to start your own podcast. Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or you just think it would be fun to have a talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, fun way to expand your reach. Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. Your show can be online and listed in all major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes of finishing your recording. Following the link in our description, let Buzzsprout know that we sent you, and it gets you a $20 gift card from Amazon when you sign up for a paid plan. And it helps support our show. So let's start our podcast today. Let's get to creating, people. Time is of the essence. So I'm back. Like I said before I started this part, when I first started, not before. Well, I said it before because I write down my ideas of things I want to talk about on Wet Wednesday. Shout out to my producer, Reese Jordan. She helps me take care of Mondays, but Wet Wednesdays is all me. So what made me want to dig into this subject matter a little bit this evening was that one is I have some very amazing men in my circle around me. I got one of my pops, period, poo. We thug it out together. That's my lemon squeeze right there. I love my pops. Even though he tried to make me go in the house, I still thug it out with my pops. Got my boo. I got my brother, and then I got a friend that I've had since I was 16 and he was 15. And all of these men are good men, loyal men. This is what's extraordinary to me. All four of these men I just put up on a block real quick are very loyal men, as far as I know, as far as I can tell. My father, he loved my mother, and my mother loved him, and he's very loyal to his children and very loyal to his granddaughter. I already said that in the beginning of this podcast. My boo, I know I get on his nerves. It's okay. I know he's loyal to me, and I'm very loyal to him. You feel me? Because I know the loyalty is there. In my heart of hearts, I might be wrong, but in my heart of hearts, I know the loyalty is there. My bro, I know he a loyal motherfucker. I know he loyal to me as me being his big sister. Well, both of my brothers. But, people grow up and do their own thing, and I haven't really talked to my other brother, which I don't like that, so they probably need to reach out to him. But people get busy, life changes. He about to have another baby. Like, things happen, so you don't hang out that much. But my youngest brother He and I are very close and we talk quite often. Yeah, Tyrone, what happened to my bowling night? What happened? And I don't know now because my nails is done. I tried to wait. I waited till Saturday. I ain't hearing from you. And I already had it in my head if we didn't go bowling Saturday, or even if we did go bowling Saturday, that after Saturday I was getting my nails done. Now I feel some kind of way. But anyway, love you, baby bro. But he and I are very close. And I watch a lot of things that he go through. I do. Hold on, we got a comment real quick. No, y'all not gonna put y'all little nasty stuff on my podcast today. I'm not showing it. It probably is been it. Oh no, it's on YouTube. I'm gonna make it a point to go on there and delete that nasty shit off of there. Even though I am nasty and I talk freaky shit, but I don't want you to bring your little dumbass freaky shit on here either. And I'm in the mood tonight, so I suggest you guys stop it. And what's get ready to happen while I'm in Mojo, so that you know it's real over here. And I have a very strong policy about that. I'm going to talk about what I'm going to talk about, but you're not going to dictate what I talk about. And you're not going to keep spreading these little nasty things on my page. So I'm going to block you. I appreciate, thank you for coming through. Thank you for the view, but you got to go. Anyway, so yeah, you blocked. You can't leave no more comments on here, period. I'm not playing about these little, because it's other, the crazy part about it is, y'all, so that y'all don't get it twisted, like, I don't think that they know that I know, because they looking at me and they're misunderstanding the level of intelligence that I have. So let me get you right real quick. I'm very tech savvy first. Why this is happening. There's nobody else in here helping me run the show right now. And even when somebody does come to help me run the show, it's the script. It's really not the technical situation. That's all me. I do research. I go and check out what people are putting in my comments, especially when it comes from a foreign country. Why? Because I love my foreign viewers. I love my foreign audio listening audience. So I'm not gonna shout that out ever. I'm never gonna show it in the comments, and as soon as I see it, I'm blocking it. That's just point blank period. Anyway, back to the men of my life. I have some very dope, amazing men in my life. So I was talking about, so I covered my pops, I covered my boo, I covered my bro, even though I'm still mad about my bowling night. My nails done now. I don't know. We're gonna have to talk about it, but we're supposed to take all of the kids, nephews, nieces, and all of that, and just take them bowling, and that happened, and I was ready. So yeah, love you, little bro, but yeah, you dropped the ball on that one. And then there is my friend. He's been my friend for many years, since he was 15. I was 16. We still in cahoots right now. He has a very lovely lady. She cute too. And like, I confided in him about a lot of things, because he's more on the level I am on, because we grew up basically together. And it is what it is. Nothing romantic or nothing like that. That's my ace queen mother. Boom, that's my homie. Like, I know if I need him, and he's a businessman, so like, if I need to catch one of his hustles, he got me. And he like, I don't want to say hustle man, because hustle man had the bullshit. You'll be coming with the live shit, you feel me? But if he got everything, you need something done, you can call him and be like, yo, I got this such and such going on, and he gonna be like, all right, bam. If he don't got it, he can point you in the right direction. Put it like that. But that's and so I say 4. Now with my pops, it's always gonna be complicated, because my sister and I are his daughters, and we understand that he don't want us to grow up. Like, he still buy me a t-shirt that's like XL, and I'm small. Like, like my t-shirt right at this point, you buy my t-shirts medium or small. You want it to be a little bit baggy, go with the medium. But if you want it to be kind of fitting, go with the small. but I love him. So I take the t-shirts and I'm happy about him. And you about to get blocked too because I see what you're doing as well. Again, if you come on my podcast and you drop, hi Aunt Sandy, I love you, hi Boo. If you drop a message on here that I know is in another language and you think because I don't understand it, no, I'm not going to take the time. But I also know what y'all be on here doing and you're not going to do it here, not today. Back to anything. So, you know, because of these things, these very important men in my life, 4 to 5 men in my life, I wanted to do a show that talk about something that we don't really talk about much, which is men and their mental health. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because, you know, ladies first, and that's not to condemn us, because I am very much one of those people that are guilty because I live in my own whatever I got going on. You feel me? Like if it has nothing to do with what I have going on, like it doesn't exist. But that's not a true statement when it comes to love. And because I love these 4 people, they have stuff going on. One is stopping and is a fucking mule. He won't tell you even if you asked him. I asked him earlier today how you know what I mean, how he was feeling. And I'm good. But that's a dad. He don't never want you to worry about whether or not he's okay. But I'm not listening to him no more. He getting up in age, and this is like not the stage where I really should be paying attention to what he's saying to me versus as me being a daughter and knowing my pops upper beat self versus his lower self. You know what I mean? So I'm done listening to what the fuck he gotta say. Daddy, love you. I'm just done listening to that shit at this point. I'm gonna love you anyway, and I'm gonna take care of you regardless. Same thing for mommy. I don't. I'm just going, y'all gonna let me do what it is I'm supposed to do as a daughter. And my sister too, because she ready for war. We ready to do the right things that daughters do. Period. We love y'all. Anyway, my boo, you know what's weird about him? He kinda like my dad in essence. Like I could ask him if he okay. Now he'll tell me if he in pain or something like that. But mentally he doesn't, because it's been made to, like it's been set up for y'all to feel like it's not okay to express when y'all going through something. Us as women, it's in our nature to just be like, you know what, I'm like, we're emotional creatures and we're emotional beings, and so it's in our nature to just be like, and y'all be looking at us like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But we really be dealing with our shit. And I think for you gentlemen, that's a point of contention. That's something to pay attention to. We really be, when we lash out, we really dealing with the shit that's fucking with us. But y'all have this thing, and especially black men, where y'all don't really feel comfortable expressing yourselves because you've always been taught that it's not cool for a black man to have emotions, to feel, to hurt, to to be going through depression, to go through stress, even though we know stress is relevant and it's there and there's no way you can avoid it. You guys have always been made to feel like y'all just gotta bear it all. And I'm here today to tell you that you don't. You don't. It's okay for you to feel. It's all right. It's cool. It's all right for you to feel. I would love it more if I can feel the emotion of my man, because then that way, that's like, to be honest with you, that really is like a sexy thing, because the fact that you can confide in me makes me feel more secure in being your woman. Like, you know, I'm gonna hold you down if you're going through something and you tell me you're going through something. The fact that you know that I can go to her and I can talk to her about it is everything to me. I think that's part of the reason, one major part of the reason why the relationship that I've been in for a while now, works for me, because we have a communication. Not saying that he be coming to me crying and shit, because he be on his gangster shit when he feel like it. You feel me? Like, he just try to get all extra manly. And sometimes that's a beef for us. You feel me? Like, because it's like with me, you don't have to, I'm all right with you, you know what I mean, getting down to your feelings and your nitty gritty, and that's cool. And I definitely want a man that allows me to do the same. You feel me? Like, I wanna, because that's how I know it's real. Like, we are both able to let each other inside of each other's vulnerable spaces, and like that's everything to me. If we can be vulnerable with each other, and I want to be really vulnerable tonight, but I'm gonna chill because it's a lot of what's happening right now. But if we can both be vulnerable with each other, I think that makes for the dopest relationship. And I think it makes for the most romantic relationship because you really get to feel each other. Um, but ladies, back to my point because I just went off on a tangent. And so my bro, he go through shit, and I know he be, he got things going. I mean, like my fam, they go through things, and so I thought about them with this show. Um, I don't think that usually. So let me give you some insight real quick. There are a few signs that you could look out for when a man is dealing with the mental crises. It's the typical things where everybody be like that crazy, but 3 times as many men as women die by suicide because they're depressed, they're stressed. Mental health is real. Like, everybody has some shit that they dealing with, but men deal with it a lot. And I'm gonna get to the black man side of this. I'm not gonna give any rates of suicide, but let's just say, you know, I don't think ladies, we go through a lot. And I think that we all should stop comparing on this side and this side about how much stress and how much we deal with, because we on both sides, we both deal with craziness. We both deal with shit. We do. Just like you could have a crazy ass baby mother that drive you insane. Trust and believe you could have a crazy ass baby daddy that do the same thing. Like, it's just depending on your situation and who you are as a person. But the real perseverance is how you handle it and how you come out of that shit. And that's real. I'm sorry, I might seem a little preachy tonight, but I'm just telling you. So men with depression is crazy, and so the suicide rates for men are usually higher than women. I think that's also because most, not all, because there's some ratchet ass, nasty ass, whack ass bitches out here that don't handle their responsibilities and never intended to handle their responsibilities, and it's fuck you to them bitches. Now I've been on this podcast a little bit, so I can cuss now. If you're gonna be a ratchet ass mommy and you're not gonna take care of your responsibilities, I have no respect for you. I understand it's hard out here. Trust me, I hustle every day. Every day. But if you're gonna be ratchet, and I appreciate the men that be like, nah, fuck that. I got this. And then on that point, they kind of do deal with some of the shit that we deal with if they got a baby mama like that. Because they dealing with the same shit we dealing with. But especially if he's a black man, let me tell you, the stress and the pressure of being a black man is extraordinary. And for those who make it, who survive and keep on ticking and keep on making it happen, regardless of all of the qualms and the woes that you have to deal with every day, like I saw in that's crime, brutality. It's a lot of things that you deal with as men. So I'm gonna give you your props right now. I'm gonna give you your roses right now. And sometimes, just understand, fellas, when you love a woman, maybe not so much. I'm trying to get into the know right now because I want to be a better lover. I want to be a great wife. I want to be so many things. So in order for me to understand these things, I have to really sit down and reflect upon what the fuck is going on. And sometimes this is personally me, not everybody. Sometimes I get a little spoiled. Um, That's my fault, but it's not my fault. It's my dude's fault too, because he's a good man to me, and I love him for it. You know what I mean? But sometimes I get in my shit, and I have my little tantrums, and you know. But shout out to him because he deal with it. I like you. Hey, I love it, baby. I love you. But I do forget to consider, what he deals with as being a man, as being a black man, as being a father. And so in that essence, I think that I'm gonna start thinking about that a little bit more. You know what I mean? Like things that we should think about. And this is about y'all tonight, fellas. This is all about giving y'all roses because nobody ever really thinks about what y'all go through as men. But at the same time, let me tell you something. Respect who you with, and is she down? She down for you. Love her, hold her tight, keep her close, cause it's these streets dangerous out here. So that's that. I'm gonna play a video real quick, and then I'm gonna come back and show some love, cause yeah. Let's go to my homie, my little bro down in DC. Shout out to him, truly him. This joint is called Open Book. Let's go.
Truly am. Yeah. I've been planning, thinking clearly, hope it don't take too long. A gym is building in my mind just so I stay strong. So many failures come with life, it's normal, we do wrong. Learn from losing, fix the problem, level up, move on. It's all good to say I messed up and it's not okay. If you ain't conquer everything today, prepare for tomorrow. Ain't no way it took a day for Drake to be that great. Make your breakfast, make decisions, and then make your way. It really startled me that you can go to moon and back without a college degree. I got locked up in 2012, my child assault on police. But then I got myself to college, it all started with me. And I ain't finished, but that knowledge hit my mind in its seat. Cause till this day, I'm still a genius, so it had to go deep. And praise to God, no more probation, that happened 2018. That just shows you that if you stretch, it's nothing outside your reach. That loving that my grandy taught me, I make sure that I keep. I hate them RIPs, but I turn that to motivation, so I SEE. It's in my plans to turn the district to the best DC. I challenge all the harness greatness, but especially me. My demons testing me. I'm giving you so many reasons to invest in me. And any doubt you had about me, better off deceased. I really came for learning, world, but I'll gladly teach. I still ain't fully decipher that Martin Luther speech talk. Is it okay I carry pride when I walk? Cause I ain't let the odds hit, I put the gloves on and fought. Yeah, I was in and out the system, someone losing my mind, but I make sure that I ain't lose the values my mama taught me. Even though I lost so many clothes that my mama bought me, I regret it cause it's windy and I ain't buy no Frosty. And them 9 to 5s he's biting, I see freedom as costly. Then them toys be crushing pockets, man, my daughter's so bossy. I make sure I go to sleep sometimes. I think too deep sometimes. Don't bring no bad vibes, my guy. I like a peaceful ride. Girl, sit down, come talk with me. We gon' sip tea and vibe. I'll open my heart to you so you can see inside. You don't know how.
Oh, no. All right, I ain't going to run video back because that was an accident on my end. I got some updated news, which I guess was kind of good news, but now I need to know more. Listen, y'all, when it comes to the people that I love, and I don't love everybody, y'all. Like, I don't. And I'm sorry to say that. I know it sounds bad, but I don't love everybody. I can't love everybody. It's impossible. There's too many people in this world for me to love. But those that I'm very close to, hold on, we're gonna get to the love. I'm gonna play one more video before I go, but just because that happened. When it comes to people in love, it's very hard to love everybody. You can't love everybody because when you try to love everybody, it's a lot of people that's gonna take advantage of you. Make no mistake about your girl. Make no mistake about her. I've been burned and bruised and cut and punched enough in my lifespan that's just not the life I live. Like, if you in my circle right now, that means I really, really trust you with my life. That means if something happens to me right now, you run into the hospital. You might not be taking me there because circumstances are circumstances, but I know that you're going to be right there, and vice versa. And so the people that I love are the people that I love. So, like I told y'all when I started this podcast this evening, I'm not all the way here because I'm there and I'm there, and it's a crazy night. But I love you guys, and thank you if you are tuning in. Mm, mm. Shout out to my aunt Sandy, Miss Sandy Harvin Smith, for coming through, showing the love. Shout out to whoever's watching this podcast on Twitch. Love you too. Y'all, it's a crazy, crazy night. But let me show some other kind of love right now. And I'm only doing this podcast because one, it's my job. Two, I got the news right before this podcast, and everybody around me is like, "You do what you're supposed to do, because that's what would want to be going. Like that's what the is wanted." So that's why I'm here. Secondly, I have a child, and I can't take my child to the situation at hand. So it's just like it's a rough night. It's a really rough night, but I'm here. And I love y'all, and I appreciate those who come through, who came through, who come through consistently and check the podcast. Who, like I do, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And to subscribe is free. It'll cost you nothing, not 1 cent, not one dime. It's free. Just subscribe so you can keep checking out what we got going on over here. So we in all 6 continents. Oh, Daddy, I love you. We are in all 6 continents. No, not Antarctica, Daddy, because nobody is even listening in Antarctica, and I think they don't even have. I think they get daylight maybe 6 hours of the year. Like nobody's listening to me in Antarctica. But thank you for having big hopes and dreams for me. I appreciate you, sir. I do. But anyway, so I'm gonna go country. Shout out to my dad. So I'm gonna go country by country, territory by territory, and then if you've been watching the show, then you know I'll double back, and then I go city by city. We are in 21 countries and territories right now, and I appreciate each and every person that comes through and check this podcast. I love you. I appreciate you. So the United States, France, Germany, India, Brazil, all of these places I want to come to, trust and believe. The Netherlands, Singapore, South Africa, United Kingdom, Spain, Philippines, Belgium, Australia, Japan, Mexico, Ireland, Nepal, Mauritius, Israel, Canada, and Hong Kong. I love all of you guys. I appreciate you so much. I do. Thank you. I love you. So right now we are in 216 cities. Can't name them all. The list gets longer, but I appreciate everybody that comes through and checks this podcast. It's a slow bubble, but it's our bubble, and we like it over here. We like it like that. We like that because it's organic. We know that you coming through, and if you come back, it's because you like what we're giving you, and not because it's fabricated. No fabrications here. If we report the news on this podcast, please believe that it's the truth or what is being reported in the news, and we don't jump to the conclusions. We go and make sure we got multiple sources to make sure that the news is real. That's what we do over here. So thank you for coming through. Thank you for checking the podcast, and we'll try to keep it up as long as we can. All right. San Jose, day ones, baby. Hi, San Jose. I appreciate you. Thank you for loving me the way you do. And I love you too. And I want to get out there and see what that California love is like. Shout out to San Jose, Baltimore, my city, period. Always going to represent for you. Always going to hold it down for you. I love my city. Shout out to Baltimore City. France. I don't say the name of this city because I refuse to butcher it. Like, it's just, I can't. I love France so much. Like, y'all don't even know. I be all in y'all history and stuff. I'm big on Versailles. Listen, you have no clue, France, but yeah, I'm going to get there too. Spring Valley, Nevada, I appreciate you so much. Like, Spring Valley is crazy to me because one day they weren't there, and then one day they were there, and the numbers were astronomical. I love you guys. Columbus, Ohio. Hi, babies. Appreciate you for coming through and checking the podcast. Frankfurt, Germany. Shout out to you. I think my dad been there too. My pops been there before too. But shout out to Frankfurt. And I heard about y'all over there. I'm trying to get over there. Boo. Washington, Virginia. Shout out to you. Appreciate you. North Las Vegas, Nevada. Been to Las Vegas. I think I feel like I was in North Las Vegas at some point. Somebody hit me up and tell me what the like what things are in North Las Vegas so I can see if that's where that one spot I was at that one time is. I'll tell y'all about that another day, another story, crazy story. Norton Shores, Michigan. I appreciate you and I love you. Thank you for coming through and checking this podcast. Ashburn, Virginia. I appreciate you. I love you. Hold on. I can get a couple more in. Let me see where we at on time because I do want to try to get one more video in because I cut the other one short. Chicago, Illinois. Shout out to the Shy. Hi. Thank you for showing me love. Boardman, Oregon, and Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you, babies, for coming through and checking this podcast. And I appreciate you so, so much. I do. I do. I love you guys. So keep coming through. If you haven't, go check out some old episodes. It might be something in there good that you might like. We've done interviews. We have a few interviews lined up. They in the works. You know, we get into them. Again, I'm sorry, y'all. If it seems like I'm out of it, I am a little bit. But I love you guys and I appreciate you. So we're gonna play one more video tonight. We're getting better on our video log. So you won't see these videos on Friday, which is coming up this Friday, hopefully. If nothing crazy go down. We're gonna go with Bomb, Centipede. Let's go.
Right now, we're gonna get it hot before we call it. We're start rapping. A young man wants to grow and grow. If you will, ladies and gentlemen, full of talent and run out of years. Let's give another stand ovation for a young man sitting behind you.
Hot as me, never nobody beat. Hit maker got my haters acting proud of me. I sit straight up, ain't no slouching in my pedigree. I'm so cultured, been to places most don't never see. Yeah. Laugh in the face of my enemies, cause I'm on the TV and this wife into me. I hit the beat, in my own lane, I'm in the breeze. 5 deep, move through traffic like a centipede. I get cheese by the block, like the government would give us. Money make the earth spin like a ball on my finger. Got a circle that'll murk you, and we all winners. We strive for the best and invest it all in us. From money to time till I'm the god around to all niggas. If it involved crime, my bad, it was all business. Move in the dark like ninjas. Appear out of nowhere and disappear quicker. Moving through the clouds, every step I take is bigger. Feel the breeze, I'm at ease like hitting liquor while blowing swisher. Living life like it's my last 20 minutes. Some live like life lasts forever. I don't get it, exhale in the air as I prepare to spit it. Fuck outta here is my motto to these bitches. Take trips into my past. I converse through bangers, known for moving weight, the streets personal trainer. Hot as me, never nobody beat. Hit maker got my haters acting proud of me. I sit straight up, ain't no slouching in my pedigree. I'm so cultured, been to places most don't never see. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, y'all. I told y'all it's a crazy night tonight, but it's cool because I'm getting ready to get off of here. Okay, all right. I'm getting updates, and so I kind of hit the button prematurely. That rough day. So my apologies. I hopefully everything is check out, and I'll be back on point on Friday. I told you I got some information before I even started this podcast, and everybody was just go to work, do what you're supposed to do, and then I got my child in here as well. So, everybody, no, but I feel like I should be there in my heart of hearts. So it's just what it is. I ain't gonna hold y'all too much because it's too crazy of an evening. And I ain't even gonna sit here and act like I got it all in me. We did a lot. I'm gonna play one more video. I'm gonna step away and I'm gonna play something positive because I'm gonna not touch anything in front of me so that I can play this full video and say goodnight. And I got the hiccups. Damn it.
Tell me how you came up with the song.
Really, I was thinking of something positive, so I was like, I need something with no cursing, no nothing. So Smile Like Me, it really related. I can still tell my struggle and feel that energy that I have coming from Southeast and really portray where I come from, some of that aggression, but transform it into something positive.
Smile like me, yeah. When I knew my daughter was my child, I committed. Reality kicked in, I changed the way I was living. Euro step into the basket lane, it was my game plan. Now I think before I move, I'm standing strong on my pivot. So where the streets can get addicted, it's no lie that I'm missing. But I won't let something that's so uncertain mess up my mission. Moving smart, it's like you painting with the brush, I'm like Van Gogh. I'm moving like Rashid in this 04, I'm a Piskin. It really hurt my soul, I had to cut off some good men. But a better way of living lasts you longer than good friends. So many went to jail when they thought they could maintain. Got released and now they trying to figure out what a hood went. Oh, you a big stepper, better make sure you step right. My foot is size 12, so I win in that contest. The creator got a hold on my mind, it ain't gone yet. Why I lost so many brothers, I don't know, but I'm upset. I feel so down these days. All my sins gotta wash away me. You were born on when it's no mistake. So smile like me, smile like me. I feel so down these days. All my sins, let them wash away me. You were born on when it's no mistake. So smile like me, smile like me. I'm pushing positivity. At first it was so hard to be, cause selling drugs and hitting licks was such a major part of me. Before we had these STEMI checks, we had walk downs and robberies. My men would paint the city red and y'all had a art degree. But then my talent grew, so I pushed through and challenged modesty. And I make sure that I stay sucker free like I got diabetes. Everybody that ignore me, it's okay cause I ain't need them. So this COVID up, I'll make my fans fill up some coliseums. What's your mind on? Tell me, is your mind strong? If you hustle backwards, I'ma show you how you grind wrong. Straight up off the benches, guaranteed I'll get my shine on. Shooting passing three, it's like I'm in a different time zone. Shooting with a blindfold, come and get your mind blown. I'm like animals that you won't see no more like dinos. I'm from where people drop you off, you need a ride home. But I've been here so long, I could maneuver with my eyes closed. It's been days when I would dance as soon as food hit my stomach. I've been homeless, sleeping on the ground, I never saw it coming. Every day I'm feeling blessed, I thank you God for this progression. If you really wanna know, that's how I did it, how I does it. And I'm buzzing, game is over soon as they release my cousin. And for all you fatties, I got something in the oven. I'm like Snoop and Martha in the kitchen, you gon' love it. Everyone supporting me, I make sure that we grab it. I'ma make this picture last forever, bring a camera. Donna in the sky, I know she looking at her grandson. Life is such a fight, somehow I came out looking handsome. Every move I make, I think about it, it ain't random. When I die, it's my priority to leave a fortune. My daughter and my siblings, they gon' get the largest portions. My brother and my sister gon' remember what I taught them. I'm so grateful that I can support them. I feel so down these days. All my sins gotta wash away me. You were born on when it's no mistake. So smile like me, smile like me. I feel so down these days. All my sins, let them wash away me. You were born on when it's no mistake. So smile like me, smile like me. I've been working hard, but it's really not easy. It felt like a job trying to get away these days. MJ, fourth quarter, and we down 3. I got a lot of people out here breaking on me. So I got a lot of people out here breaking on me.
Shout out to Truly Him. Thank you for coming through and blessing us with the videos consistently, bro. With the music consistently, bro. I appreciate you, and I'm always gonna show you love over here. I'm gonna get off of here, y'all, cause yeah, it's time for me to go anyway, and I need to get my headspace in the right space. So I will keep y'all abreast on everything that's going on over here, guys. Not really, though, because it's personal, but I love you guys. Remember, mind your business. Let me mind the business for you. I'll bring it back to you. You stay out of other people's business. Love your babies. Hug them. Tell them how much you love them, how much you care for them, how much you'll do anything for them. Stay in your lane. Everything ain't for you. Just, it's crazy out here, so just stay in your lane. And last but not least, I love you guys, and be here for Fire Friday. We coming back through. Hopefully everything will be everything. With that being said, good night, and I love you. Good night. Oh my gosh. Yeah. What is called? Okay. Good night. Hold on, y'all. What's going on?